Will Jeremy Sochan be the next Draymond Green? This should be pretty interesting.
I want some rest. Are we having fun yet?
Okay, guys. I had a really embarrassing moment just a few minutes ago. You have no idea. So you guys don't know this, but I've actually put it upon myself. There's no if you're not a stranger here, you know that your boy do a lot of videos. Okay, I make a lot of videos. I put a lot out there, and one thing that I pride myself on is being pretty on top of things. So when things happen or something's on social media or someone sends me something, I talk about it because I want to be able to document every single thing about our team. So when we go into the season, when we're actually trying to evaluate these players or whatnot, I can at least go back to reference on, oh, we know this about Blake Wesley. We know this about Malachi. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I care about. And I know that I'm going on a whole tangent here, and this isn't about Jeremy Sochan, but we're going to get into that in a minute. But the embarrassing moment that I just had was I just realized that I do so many videos that I think I'm competing with myself. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep trying to. My goal is to do 3 videos a day. That is insane, but there's enough to talk about where I can do it. But I just realized I was competing with myself. So what just happened in another recording, and I don't think that I'll release the video because I just got frustrated in the middle of it. Like I kind of went on a rant. But what happened was I was going over an article, okay? I was going over an article about Isaiah Roby. And it was about how he has a dream, or he's always dreamt to be a San Antonio Spur. And I could have sworn that I talked about it before, but I saw it on a separate article. So I had no idea that it was coming from this video. I didn't know. And when I went to the link, it went to this video. I even went back and watched my old videos on this to make sure I didn't cover this before. And as we can see, I was talking about mainly his social media, how he wanted to be a Spur, how he put a lot of things out there that he wants to be a Spur, that he's happy to be a Spur nonetheless, but he never made an official statement on it. And I just sat back and I said, okay, I have enough proof that I've never talked about this. And sure enough, I find out that yes, this was something that I did cover already. And I just got so irritated, just so angry. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going 150%, okay? Because I do want to catch every single thing. I know some people might say, well, you know, you don't have to do all that. You can just put one a day, which I can, but I'm challenging myself, okay? I just have fun trying to challenge myself. Now, another thing, too, some people believe that this is my job, and it's not. I don't. YouTube doesn't pay you. Like, are you serious? This isn't my job. Actually, I have a legitimate job, like during the day, 9 to 5. I put out so many videos because I go to 9 to 5. I come home. I might do a few videos, might go to the gym, do a few videos, right? And then I'm on shirts. Like, I try to make shirts for you guys. So, yeah, I'm on a continuous grind, my guy. So, yeah, you can only imagine that it's very frustrating when I come across something that I could have sworn I talked about before, but wasn't sure because I do so much. Yeah, I'm competing with myself at this point. I talked about merch. Yeah, so here, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description if you guys want to support your boy. But yeah, that was a whole, how many, we went on like a 4-minute rant just there. I just wanted to go off about it because God, that was embarrassing. I embarrassed myself. All right, so Jeremy Sochan, will he be the next San Antonio Spurs Draymond Green? So let's go ahead and read this. This is by Cal Durrett. Hopefully I said that right. Next season will very much be transition year for the San Antonio Spurs. While they were already in a rebuild, they reset the clock by trading away All-Star DeJounte Murray and by drafting 3 players in the first round of the 2022 NBA draft. That is Sochan, Branham, and Wesley. Now, this is all the things we kind of know. This is what I care about. Players like Sochan and Draymond Green can be impactful as high scorer and help drive winning. Yes, see, Sochan's game could be molded after Warriors forward Draymond Green. Now, let me say this, okay? Some people, and I hate that this is the narrative now, but some people see Draymond Green and they just wince and they say, oh, Draymond Green's terrible. Guys, Draymond Green was an absolute monster, especially early on, especially when he was young. Even in college, he was an absolute monster. So when you see Draymond Green's name, don't necessarily just like say, oh wow, that's not that great. It is important, and the man got multiple championships for a reason. Green has never averaged more than 14 points per game. See, I think that Sochan has the potential to do that, but who knows? More than likely, he probably will be more of a facilitation guy like Draymond. But he's a 4-time All-Star and was a vital part of the team that reached the NBA Finals It was 6 times? I didn't realize it was 6 times. And won 4 titles. Sochan could be the San Antonio Spurs equivalent. The 6'4 Sochan has diverse game that will only become more valuable as his teammates improve. He's a highly switchable defender who should be able to guard 1 through 4 and some centers effectively. In college, they had him most of the time starting off guarding the 5, so who knows? That's incredibly rare and definitely similar to Green's defensive capabilities. He obviously still has way to go before he gets to his level, which at its peak was voted Defensive Player of the Year, but can get there. And I kind of agree with that. He also talks about Sochan's struggles with three-point shooting. Now, we talked about this quite a bit, okay? And it might just be me convincing myself. This is the last thing we'll harp on, okay? Because we know his passing ability. We know the comparison between the shooting. We know where this is going, okay? I've said this already, but I'm going to go ahead and stick to this. Sochan's percentage catch and shoot wasn't as bad, okay? His catch and shoot, I believe, was like 31. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm pretty sure it was around 31. Not great, but it's better than his 29 average. Also, another thing to keep in mind, he's really good around the basket. I showed you guys a analytic maybe a couple weeks ago in which you can see that Sochan's touch around the basket, even though he had a way lower dunk percentage than a lot of other players coming out of college, he actually finished around the rim almost just as much. So that kind of insinuates that he has a really nice touch around the rim. And if you have really nice touch, if you have a really nice floater, you could potentially become a pretty decent shooter. You can see that in Tony Parker, who had great touch around the rim. You can see that with Kawhi Leonard, who also had good touch around the rim. You can become a really good outside scorer. So while we look at free throws as most of the time a threshold you have to hit for us to say, okay, maybe you can be a good shooter, also shooting around the rim is something else to look at, and he has really great form there. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Another thing that they bring up is the Spurs may instead use him more like Boris Diaw. Diaw operated as a ball mover and helped direct the Spurs offense from both low and high posts, which I also can see that only because Sochan, he has communication skills like Boris Diaw. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, great article here by Cal Durrett. Hopefully I said your name right, my boy. But yeah, you guys go check out this article on hoopshabit.com. Yeah, I liked this. I like this piece quite a bit. But anyways, I'll get with you guys later, man. You want to support the channel, only $2 per month. Patreon and YouTube members, only $2 per month. I said that already. Or you can go over to clanthemerchfan.com and get yourself some merch. Until next time, man, bye.